Mish1296 here with another video review. This is my first Thor the Dark World toy review. It's from the first wave of the 3/4" series, and it is, of course, the Dark Elf. So yeah, so before we go into the figure, let's go over the package. First of all, as you can see, Dark Elf, you know, it's set up very similar to the rest. Of course, you've got the Avengers logo on the back, very blue and purple colorish. It's a very light package. Typically in the past, we get very dark packages, so it is strange to see the bright and shininess of the package. It's strange, but hey, it's good. Nice picture of Thor. This is not just a reused one, of course. It's totally new. And then on the back, you've got some others. In the way, there are 5 total. There's 2 Thors, Curse, a Dark Elf, and Loki. Get a little bio and a picture of the figure. It gives you a picture of the figure with all the accessories, so you get 2 pictures of the figure. As you can see, the package is horribly smashed. This is not my doing. This is how I got it in the store. You know, I couldn't really pick for a good package because there was only one, and even if I could, I'd just get as many as I can because I'm really looking forward to army building these guys. And considering that I think that a decent amount of people want to army build these are only 1 per package, which makes them incredibly rare. So you're lucky to find 1, let alone army build them. So it's going to be hard for everybody that wants to, but hey, you just gotta keep looking for them. So yeah. So now a minute half in the review, and we're finally getting to the figure. So here he is, the Dark Elf. Of course, the Dark Elf is Malekith's kind of soldiers, much like the Chitauri were Loki's, you know, that type of thing. And so yeah, so I of course haven't seen him in the movie yet. I've seen set pictures, and I think like 2 scenes in one of the trailers you can see some Dark Elves, but we really haven't seen much about them. We really don't know if they're going to be very drone-ish, as like in Iron Man 2, where they're just slaughtered quite easily, or if they'll be a little bit harder like some of the Hydra soldiers that took a little bit more doing to take down. So I'm not quite sure here, but I am very interested to see. I hope that they're not just complete generic soldiers. I hope that they have some uniqueness to them, and they can actually stand up a bit with a fight, and they're not just slaughtered like in most movies. So yeah, so here's the Dark Elf figure. Now I'm getting into the figure. So yeah, so he comes with multiple weapons. You get I don't know what to call these. You get like a gun. This is like a staff, but it's also used like a gun. Like I've seen pictures where they actually hold it like this with 2 hands, and like there's a gun that's out here. So this might actually be a gun. It might be a sword. It might be a staff, or it might be all 3. Who knows? And then you get this, which is just like a I don't know what you'd call it, like a dagger type of thing. It's a knife. So yeah. Oops, actually accidentally popped it off of him. There we go, get it back on. So yeah, so now going over the figure, we'll go more in detail with the accessories in a second here, but the figure itself is very nice. Detail-wise, it's great. Let's see if, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful detailing in the armor. The armor is really nice. Like sometimes it's too like copperish almost. This is a gold, but it's a dark gold. And they didn't go so dark that it looks copperish. It does look like a really nice gold. Of course, you've got this kind of like sheath here that's there, and then you've got more armor bits that aren't colored. And there is different armor on a bunch of the Dark Elves. From what I've seen from the trailer, they have different armors. They're not just all generic. Most of them had the same type of pattern armor though. And so yeah, going into the detail, wonderful. I mean, it's really great. Let's see, focus on the figure. So yeah, sorry about this. There you go, now you can focus. So now you can see all that great detail. Look at it, beautiful. Really well done. Even on the accessory holds the same amount of detail that the actual figure does, which is fantastic. I love this head sculpt. It's very creepy. I don't know why, but it reminds me of those things in Doctor Who, which haha, because Doctor Who is kind of their leader. But yeah, you know, in Doctor Who, the Weeping Angels, I think they're called, those statues, just the very statuous type of faces that can't move. They're very creepy, and I love it. It almost looks like this one's crying because it's got you know, detailing going down, which is great. I love the really defined cheekbones. Very creepy looking helmet, which is so cool. Love the ears, and then his hair and everything is really well sculpted. I mean, they did a great job. job. This is more of soft rubbery plastic so that it is manipulatable when you're moving it for the articulation. So I really do love the detail of the figure. Here's the blaster. This is cool, and this, you can see the Dark Elves holding this, as well as in one picture you can see Malekith holding this. It's very nice. It looks pretty cool. You know, it's not so well defined that it's a gun though, so I don't love it, you know, when they're holding it, because you really just, it doesn't look like a gun to the human eye, of course. So, but, you know, it is, and he can hold it. It looks more like a rock hand, something that you'd hit somebody with, not shoot something from, so yeah. But I love the bluish tint from it. It's very cool, and it is very different. You got the same bluish tint on this, which looks really nice. So I guess, I'm sorry, there's a bag rattling. Hold on, let me pause this. Sorry about that, that was annoying me. The fan was making the bag make sounds, so yeah. But here's the staff or gun. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what they'll use this for. It's got like a pane of silver in the middle, which kind of looks neat. And it does have that bluish tint, of course. It is a rubber plastic. This is pretty hard, but the bottom is a rubber plastic. And he can hold it, you know, pretty well. You just slide it in his hand, and he holds it very nicely. So you can do some poses with it, and he holds all the accessories great. And I've seen a set picture of the Dark Elves, and there is at least one Dark Elf with each of these weapons. So these are all completely movie accurate weapons, and it is so refreshing to see a Hasbro figure that has normal accessories instead of like this having a huge bullet coming out of it and this being like twice the size it should be. So it is so neat to see movie accurate, non-gimmicky accessories coming with these figures. It's really quite remarkable that they're going back to some of their old ways and from their horrible Iron Man 3 toy line. I don't think I've met anybody who didn't think the Iron Man 3 toy line was horrible. It just is. It's a fact of life. So yeah, don't want to talk about that anymore. So the Dark Elf overall details great, accessories great. He comes with everything I can think of. Of course, without seeing the movie, I can't judge it completely, but I can't imagine them, you know, complaining. I really can't talk. If in the movie there's something else that I see in the movie that I think would be cool that the Dark Elves would come with, I wouldn't complain because they already come with 3 things. If they only came with 1 or none, then maybe in the movie if they had something neat that they could have come with, then I would complain. But there's 3 accessories. I don't expect anything more. The way that this hooks on, of course, it's just on a strap right there that he holds, and then there's a strap that's not complete. It's kind of cut, so you can just kind of wrap it around his arm there, and he holds it very well, very sturdy. Now going on to articulation, you've got a ball joint head, doesn't go up and down very much, but mostly just swivel. Ball hinge shoulders, but they can only go out about this far. That's the disappointment with the articulation here, that the ball jointed shoulders just really don't do much, and of course they do go 360. Hinge swivel elbows, no wrist, no waist, ball hinge hips, with a thigh swivel, double hinge knees, which is very nice, and then the real kicker, you've got a hinge pivoting ankle, which is just great for some awesome dynamic poses. This is one of my favorite joints that's just starting to get used in figures, and I think that figures need to start having this more. But it's so cool. You can get them in so cool poses like this, you know. It's just really neat, and it's a lot of fun. You can do so much more with your figures with that type of ankle joint. So I am very pleased with this articulation. It is definitely a huge leaps and bounds up from Iron Man 3. From Avengers, a lot better articulation from Avengers because he has the pivoting ankles. And then when you go to Iron Man 3, it is less than Iron Man 3, but even Iron Man 2, but Iron Man 2 didn't have the pivoting ankles either, but it's still less articulation. Still not bad though. Definitely a really well articulated figure for this toy line. To compare him with some more, here he is with Thor from this toy line, not from any other toy line, and then Curse. So as you can see, he looks great. He's in pretty good scale with them. You know, about the same height as Thor and shorter than Curse. Of course, I prefer him to be more in scale with Curse because, of course, you know, you'll see them together more often than with Thor. So yeah, so I really do like this. The whole toy line is really quite impressive. None of them have gimmicks. You know, they all come with movie accurate accessories, which is fantastic and something that I don't think we've ever seen in a major Marvel Marvel movie toy line from Hasbro. I'm trying to think, and I really like the Iron Man 2, you know, Thor. Yeah, Thor toys had it, Captain America had it, Avengers definitely had it, and the Iron Man series is a whole gimmick. So I think that this is the first time that they are giving us Marvel movie toy lines from Hasbro that don't have gimmicks and just have regular toys. This is fantastic. I love the figure. Cannot wait to get a whole bunch of these guys. I recommend that you track this one down if you're a fan of villains, or you're a fan of like the army type, or you just want somebody cool to fight Thor. This is a great one to get and highly recommended. Also, if you're planning on army building this guy, it's great because you can have them with so many different accessories. So it's not like they all look the same on the shelf, because they'll all be holding or wearing something a little different, which is really cool. So yeah, so overall, love this figure, highly recommended by me, and thank you for watching.